Hello my beautiful people of the world, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, but probably welcome. I will probably continue saying that for now, maybe eventually I will stop, but I assume with how many subscribers I have, not many, that everybody is new here, okay? So welcome, and if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. As always, I appreciate you so much, but we're gonna jump right in today's video, all right? And today, we're going to be talking about some spooky incidences, some crime incidences, some things that overlap. Now, I'm sure you've heard of unsolved murders, unsolved mysteries, things of that sort, anything unsolved, cold case files, if you will, right? But today's story combines both. An unsolved crime story that has to do with paranormal. Some people believe it was a witch. Some people believe it wasn't. But because there's really no evidence of either or happening, and because paranormal doesn't really give great evidence, okay? Ghosts don't just leave around little breadcrumbs all the time, okay? Because of that, police had nothing to go off of, and this case has been unsolved. Today, we're gonna be talking about the story of the Bell Witch. So the story takes place in Adams, Tennessee with the Bell family. There's the father, John Bell, his wife, and their children. Basically, they lived an ordinary life like any other family in this time period, you know, farming, just living peacefully, right? But strange things started to happen to this family, paranormal things like doors slamming, objects moving on their own with no explanation. There would be incidences of knockings, scratchings, and even some violent attacks against John and his daughter Betsy. It became so evident of these paranormal happenings, if you will, that even the neighbors started to notice, and they reported hearing voices and shadows that seemed to be like a person living in the house through the window. Now the family claimed that this spirit's name was Kate. Kate started threatening them, mocking them, even to the point of predicting John Bell's death. This all was happening in the 1800s, and in 1820, John Bell started to become ill, and he claimed that Kate, this spirit, was the one poisoning him. Eventually, he did pass on, and there was no evidence of what happened to him, and this death has remained unsolved to this day because there was no physical evidence that any police or anybody could go off of to solve this case. Now, of course, there are some people out there who are going to claim that this was his wife or another family member, but being that there's no real physical evidence, they can't really go off of that. And being that he just fell ill, that could go on to be, quote unquote, a natural death. And yes, because of these happenings, this spirit, Kate, became known as the Bell Witch. But even after John's death, reports of sightings, footsteps, strange noises in the area still happen to this day. There have been a countless number of books, documentaries, and movies that have been inspired by this case, and there have been numerous amounts of investigators who still go there to try to solve this case. But being that it's a case of the paranormal, it's not one we're ever really gonna get answers to, right? Or will we? Maybe we will one day. Maybe Kate, this Bell Witch, will reveal herself. Who knows? I would love to go investigate there. Would you like to go investigate there? Let me know what you think. Do you think that John just mysteriously fell ill? Do you think that it was a family member? His wife, maybe? Somebody close to him that did this to him? Or do you think, like he said, that Kate, this Bell Witch, was actually poisoning him? That would be pretty crazy if that's the case. I guess death by ghost is a good way to go as any. Comment below, let me know what you think. But I'll tell you what, I've definitely heard of even stranger stories, and we will talk about them next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. I will see you in the next one. Bye.